What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 29. Coming off a last episode, we just had a bunch of stuff go on. Us as a viewer and the main characters finally got introduced to this father figure that Gluttony and Greed and everybody else had been talking about. I don't know if the father figure and Hohenheim are one and the same. Like, are they twins? Are they even human? Are they like half humans, half? I don't even really know. They seem to be above the average human, even so much that the father figure can pretty much perform alchemy without having to even weave any hand signs type stuff. I don't know if they're brothers, how long they've been around, what they can do, and then they also, or at least the father figure, has the ability to turn people into homunculi without even needing philosopher stones, because it looks like he was able to do it just from whatever kind of being he is. So why he even needs the philosopher stones, I don't know if he can make them, but to kind of have them sustain life and live for a long time, he implants them afterwards with a philosopher's stone. I don't know how that works, 'cause I don't see why he would need the philosopher's stones when we just saw him turn somebody into a homunculi without one. It just came like straight from him, like he's the source. We'll see how that plays out. Ling got turned into, he's the new Greed. Maybe we'll catch up with Colonel Mustang, see what Ed and Al are doing, what Scar's got going on, all that stuff. So episode 29, we're pressing play on it right now. Oh, hold on. There we go. And they're just boom. Yep, they're there. Well, we knew that. Yep. You did see yeah, and it's aged. Bro, what? Jesus Christ. Struggle of the Fool. Alright, let's run it. Fear Bradley. Yeah. And Colonel Mustang's there. Holy shit. Oh god, this is gonna be a great conversation here because everybody knows what everybody knows what everybody is doing and what they are and what the hell's happened. So yeah, pretty much. Hawkeye is basically, yeah, the bargaining chip. Like, oh, y'all want to try something funky? I'll kill her, and I'll go find Winry and kill her ass. They're all thinking they could jump his ass. I feel like maybe they could. He did. Hmm. He's like, or what about Winry? Oh, God. There it is. I called this 10 episodes ago. So dumb to bring her ass along. They know exactly where she is, her name. Called this shit a mile away. Toss it right back to him. Yep. You keep playing around like a nice little dog, and I won't harm her. So yeah, all that talk just sat his ass right back down. Y'all kept bringing her to Capital and Central and introducing her to people and letting her be seen, and there you go. Jesus. Ah, man. Oh, shit. Did he just. Oh, my God. Did she just happen to be, like, shifted to the other side? How did he not pierce the. Wow, 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 wow. You better call Winry and tell her ass to go into witness protection program or something. So everybody knows what's up. Now what do we do? Oh, look who it is. I haven't seen this man in forever. Where the hell has he been? Does Armstrong, is he hip to what the hell's transpired in the last couple of hours, days? Who are they calling? Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. You better let her know. I mean, tell her. Oh god, and now she's over here falling in love and shit. Tell her what's going on so she can at least be on the lookout. But would you rather somebody tell you so you're like triple paranoid all the time, or I guess Jesus. And yeah, so we have seen. It's so weird to see that voice coming out of him. Because we've seen the other homunculi kind of act on their own. So clearly Ling is going to come back and, you know, take over the body, and he'll be like his own homunculi. Um, it's interesting. Oh shit. They got his ass, or is that actually the doctor? Is that the doctor just like having a like freak out, or I always get this doctor and the one that's locked up confused. They have the same haircut, two-tone color, but one of them has the bowl cut brushed over, one of them has it slicked back. So I always get it confused. The young lord is no longer the young lord. I have obtained the philosopher's stone. Mm-mm. That's not gonna. No. Yes. Lanfan's been through a lot. She's probably given up the most on this expedition so far. I wonder what happens with Fuhrer Bradley, because he seems like he might be mentally swayed at the end of all. Oh, he's having some like. He's having some. Hmm. He's having some split personality takeover type shit going. Oh god, now he knows. Good. Armstrong is like the only piece that's like still not been pinned by Fuhrer Bradley and all of them. He could still be a major piece that hasn't been held hostage to something. No, but he's I wonder what he decides to do. Does he run away and like fight from the shadows? He's the only piece that hasn't been pinned down by Fuhrer Bradley. That attitude's gonna get him or others killed. She could get a little automail arm. But I'm curious how the automail works. Cause is it hooked up to their like central nervous? Cause are they kind of moving fingers and like grabbing things, or it's literally just like an arm and it has a function with like a blade on the end of it, or oh fuck off. We ain't got time for this. Warring clans and shit. Al, you better. Man's got a biological weapon under there. Who's that? And he throws it away. He doesn't eat. What do you mean? Unless he meant for himself. Oh, the effects wore off. Oh. Mm. So it was some big, like, EMP blast that affected anybody in the radius. Mm-hmm. That is the question of the day. That's the question of the day right there. Why did the little girl in Scar... So that's the episode. That is the question then. So the father did some kind of alchemy EMP blast where he kind of shut down anybody in the surrounding radius, however, how far it covered. And it rendered their ability to use alchemy useless. Now, what we've seen so far, though, is just, I don't even know what you want to describe them as, the um, white people or the main kind of demographic. What's the word I'm looking for here? This nationality of people seem to be the ones that were infected, but we had the foreign girl and the Ishvalan, who isn't from the same kind of, like, I guess you could say, bloodline, tree, descendant, whatever. I don't know if that has anything to do with it at all. I want to say it doesn't, but maybe it does. I mean, it could be because, like Ed said, maybe the basis of their alchemy is different, so it only affects a certain kind or a certain lineage of alchemy. But the father figure also was perplexed and curious as to why their alchemy still worked. So that's why I'm kind of like, he seems pretty confident that it would shut down any and all types of alchemy. Doesn't matter the country you come from, it should shut it down. Doesn't matter if you're white, Asian, black, green, an alien, it should do what it's supposed to do. So then, if it has nothing to do with race or ethnicity, then we need to specifically find out why that is. I'm sure we'll get to it. I mean, the main character just brought it up and was asking himself the questions. But he was able to use his alchemy, so the effects did wear off. Again, does it have a time period? I'm sure it does. And then we had the stuff with Major Armstrong. Now with Colonel Armstrong, Major Armstrong, whatever his title is, he's the only one so far that knows of what's going on, but hasn't been presented in front of the Fuhrer Bradley, which seems like a valuable piece. Like he knows what's going on, he knows exactly what's happened, but he hasn't been shipped off anywhere, had his family members threatened. Fuhrer might not even know that he knows what's going on. So, because not everybody inside the government knows what's going on, and it looks like those that do know what's going on are either in on it, or they've now been threatened and told what we just got told to Mustang, Ed, and Al. So I feel like he could be a valuable. Maybe I'm overthinking that too much, but I feel like he could be a weapon that could be used to sabotage or just like go along like a good little dog with his head down, thinking Fear Bradley thinks he's oblivious to things, but he could be working behind the scenes. Even though it's going to be hard to kind of sneak around and work behind the scenes when it goes so deep and so high. It's not just Fear Bradley running stuff down, pulling the puppet strings. Like, there's so many officers and things involved, but Armstrong could be a major piece there. We see the back and forth, like, body tug and war taking over with Greed and Ling. So I'm sure Ling is going to end up winning that battle sooner or later. And yeah, I mean, I called that Winry stuff from a mile away. As soon as I saw her being pulled into the story more, we just knew she was going to be used as a piece against Ed and Al, and that's exactly what happened. And yeah, so with the automail, I don't know the technological advances in this setting, but who knows? With alchemy, you could do a lot. The automail arms are just like prosthetic arms, like the same way that you would, like in today's day and age, if you had to get a prosthetic arm or a prosthetic leg, it's not functioning and moving and as fluid as a real arm or a real leg. You know, people that have a prosthetic leg, I mean, you could tell like you have to outwardly swing it a little bit. There's a hitch in their step. Like the fulcrum and everything doesn't sway like it should on the knee, and you can tell. You're not going to wiggle the toes of your prosthetic leg, that type of thing. You're not going to pick up stuff with your prosthetic arm. So with that here in this time setting, are they just straight up like attachable things? I guess the only difference is we see, I guess because I see Ed do so much with it, I'm kind of like, well, what are the capabilities of the automail things? Because we saw the one girl, she lost both her legs, but like she's running in a straight line. There's no like limp in her step. You know, she's booking it, she's moving, she's quick, she's pop, 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 moving all around. Again, it is an anime, so I'm sure it's not going to follow the same guidelines of like what's happening in real time. But for Lanfan, as example, if she gets an automail arm, is it almost actually even better than having a regular arm? Because if she can do all the major functions with it, bend it, move it, wiggle her fingers, grab things, but now it's automail, and you can maybe, you know, input a rocket launcher on the side or a blade that pops out, it's not too much of a bad loss like that. I don't know if we're on Star Wars type shit where like people lose an arm, they put it back on, and it's like better than the original one. It's got skin and everything. So maybe I'm thinking too deep into it. It's just a curiosity question I have. But we'll go ahead and end that there. That was what, episode 29. Patreon members, you guys will see this on like April 28th. And yeah, we're moving along. We're officially almost a couple more episodes, and we'll be officially halfway. We're getting into some good. I mean, the last like 4 or 5 episodes have been pretty good. I've been waiting for this kind of plot stuff, but we're right in the thick of it with Full Metal. Demon Slayer is at the peak of season 1 right now. We got Hunter x Hunter manga going on. Vinland Saga, we're starting to like chip away at getting into some good stuff. So we'll go from there. Appreciate it, guys. Keep washing your hands. Stay safe out there. Stay at home. Hopefully things go back to normal sooner than later. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always,